The percentage of intelligence that is human is decreasing. With the new metaverse, artificial intelligence will rule the world and our reality will be gone. CEO Mark Zuckerberg recently changed his company's name from Facebook to Meta at the company's annual Connect conference and laid out his vision for what he called the metaverse. So what exactly is the metaverse? In this video, I'll be breaking down what the term metaverse really means, how it affects us, the users, and most importantly, why we need to stop Meta and Zuckerberg now. Once again, this is your favorite finance channel, ICE, where you get to learn all the ins and outs of investing, e-commerce, and entrepreneurship. If it's your first time here, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. First things first, Facebook is more than just any single website. Most people use their social networks like Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Oculus, but to put it in facts, Facebook has acquired up to 90 companies since its inception. One other thing you need to know about Facebook, which I would now be referring to as Meta, is that they faced many scandals in recent times more than ever before. In 2018, the Federal Trade Commission, alias FTC, came out to openly accuse Meta of violating a previous order from 2012 regarding users' privacy on their social networks. This didn't just make headlines, it broke a record. The FTC served Meta with a $5 billion fine. Also in 2018, a scandal known as the Cambridge Analytica scandal came down heavily on Meta and CEO Mark Zuckerberg in particular. It involved the improper use of data from over 80 million users that helped sway the 2016 US presidential election, of which we all know what the outcome was. There's so much scandal surrounding Meta that there's even a Wikipedia page titled Criticism of Facebook, which talks about all the shady dealings of the company. So why would a company with these many scandals believe they can usher the world through the internet in this new world called metaverse? Metaverse. Before we talk about how Meta plans to rule the world through the metaverse, let's talk about what the metaverse actually is. Many people just take this term and throw it around without really understanding its meaning and how it's already surfaced in the real world. Remember that movie Ready Player One, or The Matrix maybe? These are good examples of movies that give you an impression about what the metaverse could be. The term metaverse refers to online spaces allowing people to interact more immersively than traditional websites. This could, for example, be through the use of virtual reality headsets. It's a way of replacing the two-dimensional internet with a three-dimensional space. You might think this is a new discovery, but it's actually an industry that's booming faster than you think. Let's take the popular game Fortnite, for example. Fortnite is a game based on augmented reality. Fortnite has attracted more than 400 million players in the space of 3 years, with users spending over 3 billion hours per month in this virtual world. Just like Fortnite, you can party, shop, go to school, work, and be whoever you want to be at any place through the metaverse. Meta, or should I say Facebook so it doesn't sound confusing, it's already creating its part of the metaverse. It aims to create 10,000 engineering jobs in the European Union dedicated to building their version of the metaverse. With their Oculus and other virtual reality experiments like Horizon Home and Horizon Workrooms, this will be possible. Meta has already begun their journey by investing billions in producing augmented and virtual reality headsets and glasses. At Facebook Connect, which is a sort of conference discussing the newest developments, CEO Mark Zuckerberg spent over an hour talking about the metaverse and what it can do for you and me and how the company is trying to better our lives with it. Don't get carried away. Meta or Facebook or whatever name they choose, it's still the same company with the same people, with the same scandalous operations used to generate billions for themselves. The bad thing is, with this new metaverse by Meta, they can potentially rule the world. We all know the harm that's stemmed out of spending too much time on the internet. The depression, envy, suicidal thoughts, and addictions that many people face every day from social media. You have to remember one thing. Mark Zuckerberg profits immensely from people being glued to their screens. He profits from human interactions on his platforms as opposed to reality. Creating a space where humans can be whoever and whatever they want to be is something that I can say would be very addictive. Meta creating their metaverse means they can control what we see, who we see, and even how we communicate. Think of something as innocent as to being limited to the use of emojis. This limits our means of communication and therefore gradually decreases people's ability to think in a certain less defined, more abstract way. If this is going a bit too fast for you, I recommend reading the book 1984 by George Orwell. In this dystopian fiction novel, it's described how language related to the ways in which we can think. So the more we spend time in the metaverse, the more we allow Facebook to control our reality. The idea of virtual reality definitely has its pros and cons, but in the hands of a shady company like Meta, it's bound to change our lives forever. Meta wants more customers, more money, and more control over us. The real question is, are we ready for it? Sadly, I think the world is. High demand. The online gaming industry was worth $150 billion as of last year, compared to just $41 billion of the entire movie industry. The League of Legends Championship Final, which is also an online game, was watched by 44 million people compared to 8 million people who watched the NBA Final. This shows the world is gearing up towards the path of virtual reality, but it needs to stop now. Wall Street. Just like every other innovation, it needs to be backed by investors. Wall Street wasn't enthusiastic about Meta's plans to explore the metaverse. Shares of Meta dropped to a 5-month low on the same day that CEO Mark Zuckerberg unveiled the company's new vision at the company's annual Connect conference. According to Bank of America's analysts, Meta could have to invest up to $50 billion in virtual reality, augmented reality, and other components of the growing metaverse before it even breaks even to current net worth. The magnitude of Facebook's metaverse effort offers a risk of capital destruction, they warned, citing the possible loss of focus on core businesses such as Instagram and Facebook, as well as competition from Apple and other hardware companies. Final thoughts. If anyone is capable of footing the massive costs of creating a new digital universe, it's Facebook. This year, the company expects to make more than $100 billion in ad revenue. This is more than the GDP of Luxembourg and Costa Rica. If Zuckerberg's vision comes true, the financial benefits could be massive. In its vision of the metaverse, Facebook would control far more than the merged service or product, but rather the infrastructure on which individuals conduct their digital lives. Before that can happen, Facebook would need a critical mass of users to attract individuals to join. Before the corporation can reap the benefits of the metaverse, about 16 million people must join the space. This would require at least 3 years to accomplish. The bad news is, even if individuals themselves are unwilling to enter this metaverse, other companies, employers, or schools may very well be able to persuade them to do so. This might occur if giant corporations shift to Facebook's Horizon Workrooms, which is a virtual office. Meetings will take place in this virtual workspace, mainly through the use of virtual headsets. They'll be required to attend online events, which many workers would see as a new monotony for their jobs. What are your thoughts on this new vision of Mark Zuckerberg? Are you willing to hop on it? Let us know your thoughts on this in the comments section down below. Thanks once again for watching and staying with us till the end. If you found this video interesting, feel free to give us a big thumbs up. Share and subscribe to this channel for more exciting content. See you in the next one. Bye for now.